Hey guys, what's going on? Nexius here. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been requesting a talent guide for the pre-patch, so I'm going to cover as quick as possible what I'm running and why I'm running it. So first of all, let's talk about the change here with the mastery. Your abilities deal extra damage, quite a lot actually, 22% extra damage when they are not a repeat of the previous abilities. So if you're using different abilities every time, then they all gain 22% extra damage. So if you're going Tiger Palm, Rising Sun Kick, Black Oak Kick, they all gain 22% extra damage. But if you go, say, Tiger Palm, or Black Oak Kick, the first one will get the extra damage, but the next one will not, because it's the same ability previously. So what you want to do here is you want to try and get as much out of your mastery as possible, especially if you're expecting a hit combo. Whenever you trigger the mastery, you get 2% extra damage stacking up to 8 times. It's really easy to keep the mastery active, so it's very easy to get the 16% extra damage at all times, as long as you can keep it up. So because of that, the reason for that is I'm not going to go Eye of the Tiger, because you need as many different abilities as possible. So because of that, Chi Wave or Chi Burst is better because they each proc your hit combo or your mastery at the very least. So I feel that Chi Wave or Chi Burst is the better choice in the first tier. What one you choose to go is entirely up to you. I'm currently using Chi Wave because I kind of miss it from Miss Pandaria, and I kind of like the difference between not getting kicked, because melee and whoever has a kick is able to kick your Chi Burst, so it kind of sucks getting that kicked. And of course, Chi Wave is on a shorter cooldown, which allows you to use it more often for your hit combo, so that's why I like Chi Wave more than Chi Burst. Both of them are pretty equal though. If you prefer Chi Burst, just go ahead and switch to that. In terms of the next tier, Momentum did get a name change to Chi Torpedo, and it did get the animation of Chi Torpedo. It's basically Momentum still. In other words, it's still terrible, so never go Chi Torpedo. Celerity is terrible too. It used to be really good because in Warlords, Chi Torpedo was one of our highest damaging and healing abilities, and because Celerity was there, we would get an extra charge and we would get more healing and damage out of Chi Torpedo. But since Chi Torpedo is now Momentum, Celerity just doesn't really do anything. It's not that great because all it does is give us a roll. We don't really need roll. We have a ton of mobility as it is. What we do need though is clearing out of roots. There's still quite a lot of roots in this game, and the only thing that clears roots besides Trinket is Tiger's Lust. So Tiger's Lust will be the guaranteed choice, just like every other expansion, even more so now compared to WoD, because like I said, Chi Torpedo is gone, so just the basic roll is not really worth losing Tiger's Lust. So Chi Wave or Chi Burst, then you want Tiger's Lust for sure, and then Energizing Elixir for sure. I've done a couple tests on Ascension and Power Strikes. Power Strikes can be good at the beginning, but after that, it's really just better to go Energizing Elixir. Energizing Elixir is basically Chi Brew and Energizing Brew put together. So Chi Brew used to give us 2 Chi and a bunch of Tiger Eye stacks. Energizing Brew used to give us 60 energy over 6 seconds. With this new talent, it gives us full energy and full chi. Now, to be honest, it takes quite a lot of time before we run out of both resources. So by the time that actually happens, you can pop an Energizing Elixir and you're right back up there. So it's really good to have Energizing Elixir. You get a whole lot more out of it compared to the other two, especially if you choose to run Rushing Jadewind, because you will have to spend more chi. So by getting all of that chi from Energizing Elixir, it just makes it more useful. So Energizing Elixir is definitely the best choice. I do recommend that. In terms of level 60, Leg Sweep is still going to be the best choice, especially more so now because a little bit more CC has been taken out of the game for some of the classes. I don't know if Freezing Trap has been taken out. Quite a few things have changed though in terms of a lot of different classes CC toolkits, so Leg Sweep is just more important, especially right now in the pre-patch, because Fist of Fury does not stun until the Honor talent right here. So in Legion, Fist of Fury will stun if you talent into it, but right now in the pre-patch, the only stun we have is Leg Sweep if we talent into it, and Paralysis just isn't that great, especially if it breaks, because we no longer can glyph. Since glyphs have been removed, you can't glyph to remove dot effects, so it's most likely going to happen that Paralysis just breaks instantly. So the most reliable CC we do have is Leg Sweep, so going Leg Sweep is just the best choice. Slowing someone down with Black Oak Kick just isn't that useful. We have Disable, and going into Legion we have our Artifact Weapon, which also slows the target. Ring of Peace just sucks as usual, so yeah, just go with Leg Sweep, just simple as that. In terms of the next tier, Dampen Harm got nerfed, and it's just terrible, so just ignore Dampen Harm. Just pretend it's not there like every other expansion. Shouldn't be too hard to do. I can't believe they nerfed this. It sucked already, but now they nerfed it. It just makes no sense. They might as well just remove it. So now we have not dizzying kicks, we have diffuse magic. So diffuse magic has also been nerfed. It used to be 1.5 minutes, it's now 2 minutes. It used to reduce damage from magic effects by 90%, it's now 60%. I'm okay with this nerf because it's still strong, and 90% was quite a lot in terms of reduction, and 1.5 minutes was quite short. So I'm okay with this nerf. The only time you really want to go this though is against double casters. So if you're playing like 3 versus 3 arena, or maybe you're doing rated battlegrounds or something and you see a lot of casters, maybe you want diffuse magic for that. Otherwise, every other encounter, healing elixir is going to be better. Now, healing elixir has been changed a bit. You can use it whenever you want. Instead of having to use a brew to proc it, you can use it whenever you want, just like this. And you get 2 charges, 1 every 30 seconds. So this has been nerfed in terms of its cooldown. In Warlords and Mop, it used to be 18 seconds, but now it's 30 seconds. So it's been nerfed by like 40% or so on the time. So it's not too big of a deal because a lot of specs got their healing nerfed as well and their defensive. So I'm okay with us being nerfed as well. So healing elixir is the best choice though, unless, like I said, you are facing a lot of casters like I don't know, Mage, Warlock in 3s or something, then you might prefer Diffuse Magic to ignore some of their burst. In terms of level 90, we have Rushing Jadewind as a viable choice. If you like Rushing Jadewind, you can go ahead and use this. It does a good amount of damage in terms of single target, and of course in AoE it does a lot more damage too. It's actually not terrible like the Warlords one was, so if you want to run Rushing Jadewind, that's perfectly fine. If you miss the Miss Pandaria playstyle, you have Rushing Jadewind. Now, Zwen still sucks, he breaks CC, super long cooldown, just doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so just ignore Zwen, he's useless as usual. Hit combo is a very nice passive. I think I covered this at the beginning, I think I did, but if I didn't, I'm just going to cover it anyway. Each time you proc your mastery by a different ability, you gain 2% damage for about 10 seconds, I think it is, and it stacks up to 16% damage. This is really easy to keep up, so it's very easy to gain the 16% damage bonus, which affects all of your abilities, which is really nice. So I like the hit combo, Dragon Punch combo myself, but if you do like the Rushing Jadewind ability, you can go ahead and use this if you prefer. I personally, though, I'm sticking with hit combo and Whirling Dragon because it's a lot of fun to see the big damage amount. If I'm world PvPing into Nan, I'll stack a bunch of damage effects, including hit combo, and then I like to see my Dragon Punch do a bunch of damage, so it's pretty fun to run with that. In terms of the final tier, I am using Dragon Punch. It's a lot better than the other 2 choices. Serenity got nerfed. It was 10 seconds in Warlords. It's now 8 seconds. It does do 40% damage and healing, and your chi consumers are half, but you lose 1 charge of Storm, Earth, and Fire. You start off with 2 charges of Storm, you only get 1 charge of Serenity, and like I said, it only lasts 8 seconds. It can easily be CC'd. 1 poly will pretty much make this completely useless, so it's not really worth the risk of using, just like in Warlords and Mop. Actually, I don't think it was in Mop, but in Warlords anyway, it was not that great because you could get CC'd. Same thing now, even more so now since it has a less duration. In terms of Chi Orbit, it's a really boring, annoying, stupid passive, and it just doesn't do a whole lot of damage, thankfully. Otherwise, I would hate myself for having to spec into this. So Whirling Dragon Punch is the best talent choice. Another reason why Whirling Dragon Punch is better, not only because it's more reliable than Serenity, and because it does more damage than Chi Orbit, but also it's an extra ability to proc your hit combo if you're spec'd into it, and it does a decent amount of damage, and it's got a short cooldown, so you can use it quite often. So I'm going to show you guys here real quick the kind of setup I have here. So the main reason I'm using Chi Wave and Dragon Punch, not only to proc the hit combo with the mastery, but also because it's just better than Serenity and Chi Burst. You can get kicked on Chi Burst, it's just not that great. It's about the same as Chi Wave, but I do prefer Chi Wave, like I said. Also, Chi Wave is a shorter cooldown. It's half the cooldown of Chi Burst. So overall, the way I have my build right now is to build around hit combo, which will give me 16% damage on everything really quick. So I'm going to show you guys here real quick. It's really easy to do. So we're going to Touch of Death. We're going to Rise and Sun Kick because it's one of our highest damage abilities now. We're going to Chi Wave here, and we are already at 6 stacks, and we're going to Fist of Fear here to 7 stacks. Now we can Dragon Punch. Oh, never mind. Sun Kick came back up. Now we can Dragon Punch at 16% damage bonus, and you can just keep going like this. So you have quite a lot to go through in terms of your abilities. So we're going to Sun Kick here, Lago Kick, Tiger Palm, Lago Kick, Tiger Palm, and then we're going to wait for Fist of Fury to come up here. Fist of Fury. We're going to Tiger Palm, Chi Wave, Sun Kick, Tiger Palm, free Blackout Kick, and then into another Dragon Punch. So you can see a lot of the abilities have short cooldowns, whether it's Fist of Fury, or Dragon Punch, or Chi Wave, and then Rising Sun Kick. Everything has such a short cooldown. You can keep up your hit combo, and you just keep doing all that damage. It's really nice damage. Monks used to be all about burst damage and not as much sustained, but with this kind of build, you can do a lot of sustained damage. The other cool thing about Dragon Punch is the cooldown goes down based on your haste, just like Fist of Fury. I think the cooldown is 24 or 25 seconds, just like Fist of Fury. But once you stack haste, if you can, it's going to be about 21 seconds, as you can see here. So that's pretty cool. So overall, that's the build I'm running right now for Windwalkers. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you have any recommendations on what kind of video you would like to see next, whether it's, I don't know, anything, how good something is, how to use something, let me know, and I'll take it into consideration. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. See ya.